Did you ever know that saying no to somebody or to something was okay and it actually wasn't going to throw the earth off its axis? Oh, yeah, it wouldn't throw the earth off its axis if you said no to something that you were unable to do at the time. Hi, guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new here, welcome. This is Oslas Roses, and today we're going to be talking about when to choose you and how to choose you. So without further ado, stay tuned as we dive right into this video. So the first thing I'm going to say is learn to say no. Okay, we have to learn to say no. So sometimes you cannot be at an event, you cannot do something for somebody, or you cannot be available for somebody in a certain way. It's okay to say no. You do not have to kill yourself, or you do not have to feel guilty for turning somebody down when you really cannot make it. Okay, so if you have to choose yourself, if you have to start picking yourself, then you have to start learning how to say no to those things that you really do not want to participate in, or to those things that you really cannot meet up with. So that's the first point. The second thing is think about yourself more than you think about other people's impressions of you. So this is life, right? You're never ever going to control what another person thinks of you. It's our responsibility as children of God to showcase a godly lifestyle and to live upright lives, but you can never ever choose what another person's impression of you are. You can only control you. And sometimes we are so carried away by what will people say, what will people think, that we forget our own very selves. We forget to do what makes us happy. You know, we forget to wake up in the morning and start living our dreams because we care so much about what people would say. So if you have to pick yourself and enjoy some of the benefits, which could be living a more prosperous or more positive and fulfilling life, then you have to learn how to think about yourself and your well-being more than you think about other people's impressions of you. The third point I'm going to bring up is know when to leave. Know when to leave a relationship, know when to leave a friendship, know when to leave. Very often your mind tells you like, girl, you shouldn't be here, boy, you shouldn't be here, like, okay, I think this is it, I think you should leave, it's time to go. But for some reason some of us will stay back and spend more time still dealing with some excesses that would poison our souls or not bring forth good fruit. So if you want to choose yourself and you want to be a better person, then know when to leave. Know when to leave that friendship, know when to leave that meeting, know when to leave that visit, know when to leave that relationship. It is okay to leave when you feel like you have to leave. The next thing is, it's okay to be selfish sometimes. Permit me use the word selfish. It's okay to think about yourself more sometimes. Sometimes you would be your own very number one fan. You would be your own you would be the only person who knows the dreams on your heart, the things that the Lord has put in your heart, the things that the Lord is calling you to be or to do. And so you would have to shut off you would have to put away certain things that would look like you're being selfish, but in that moment you're the only one who understands the calling that you have or the direction that you're taking. And it may look like you really do not care about other people, but trust me, if you have to choose yourself, there are seasons when it will look like you're selfish, but you just have to do it. And this is not me saying, oh, be a selfish person and all of that. No, I would encourage people to be generous with themselves and with their substance, okay, with being there for other people and even with their substance. But there comes a time when you have to take care of yourself, you have to nurture yourself, you have to push yourself, and this means that you may not be there for other people as much. So it's okay to be selfish. The next thing is brave and assertive communication. I love this one. So it takes just an honest communication to tell someone that, oh, this is what I can put up with, or this is what I cannot put up with. Very often, because of our background or maybe the cultures where we come from, where we are not taught to be really assertive, it's a challenge or it's something we struggle with. But one of the things that you will do that will help you choose yourself is to stand up for yourself. And most times you will stand up for yourself by being assertive, being able to communicate and say, guess what, I can't do this. I really love you. I really respect you, but this is what I would like for my life. This is the direction I would want to go. So instead of sitting there and being policed by people or being, balked around or, just those kinds of things, you can be able to stand up and have an assertive, brave communication with someone, and it will change the pattern of things, and it will help your mental health, and it will help you be a better person. The next thing is set boundaries. Yes. Set boundaries. Do not overstep other people's boundaries, and set your own boundaries and make sure that people do not overstep it. Now when I talk about boundaries, I love to give like an allowance for new people, or when you can be getting to know people and then you put up with a little more excesses, but the you that you are, the person that you're building or you're making should be a person that has boundaries. Until you set boundaries for yourself, people will not be able to respect you. When people know that this is her boundary, like you can't cross this line, she's not the person to do shit with, she's not the person to do stuff like this with, then it gives you the freedom to be yourself and to flourish. So set those boundaries for yourself and let people that come into your sphere know that you have boundaries, and then make sure you respect other people's boundaries. Okay, so that's one of the things that I think you can do if you want to choose yourself. The next thing I'm going to say is don't compare to anybody. Don't compare yourself with anybody. Trust your own process, trust your own journey. I mean, life is a journey and overtaking is free. That you are here today and somebody is 10 miles away from you doesn't mean that that person will be 10 miles away from you for the rest of their life. And even if they had to be 10 miles ahead of you, God created us all with different destinies, different plans and everything. So be kind to yourself. Encourage yourself, be your own support system. Do not compare yourself with another person's journey, because you have no clue where they are going. God is the master plan, and it's God that gives everybody a roadmap on how to live their life. So do not look at another person who, and most times we really don't know the work that other people might have put in, or what they have had to go through, or the things they've had to do to be where they are. So you take your humble beginnings, or you take an assignment that the Lord has given you to start from scratch, and you're comparing with somebody who has a completely different journey from you, and then you're depressing yourself and you're stressing yourself and all of that. So choose yourself. Choose to be a happy person. Choose to be content. Choose to be satisfied with where God has you, provided that's where God has you, and that's going to be a way that you will choose yourself. Another thing I'm going to say is don't trade your standards for anything. And someday I'm going to really talk about standards, and how making standards for myself and not trading them for anything has brought me so much blessing and so much direction, and yielded so much good fruit. So set your own standards, and don't be afraid that it's going to take long for me to achieve the things that I want to achieve because I have high standards. Who doesn't want to have high standards, girl? You want to have high standards, but you want to have reasonable standards. You want to have high standards, but you want to have reasonable high standards. So pick your standards and let the standards be high, and you're going to attract people with similar high standards. Okay? You're going to attract people with similar standards, similar standard levels, I would say, and it's only going to be a blessing to your life. Imagine being at 10 and attracting people that are at 10. That's going to bless you, rather than being at 10 and then because you don't have standards, you let people like at 1, 2, 3, 4 come in and mess up your space. I don't know if you understand, but my mental space is very important for me. And so yeah, don't trade your standards for everything. Make your standards which should be according to the ways of the Lord, and stick to them. And I promise you, in due time, God is going to humble you, and it's going to humble your standards. The last thing I'm going to say is choose financial freedom. Yes, choose financial freedom. Very often people are attached to certain lifestyles or find themselves in certain situations that are like a baggage or something they're not comfortable doing, but they have to do. They're in a bad place, they are not choosing themselves, they are being, maybe they're in an abusive situation, or they're in a situation that they are being harassed, but they cannot leave because maybe the person that they are glued to is a source of financial is a source of finance, is a source of livelihood. I think that if every person, especially girls, especially women, wake up and go out there and find something honoring to do that will bring them finance, then they can be able to have a head high, make their own decisions, and not have people alter it or influence it. So I think that if you choose financial freedom, if you choose hard work, then it's going to be an easy route for you to be able to choose yourself, and that will allow you to make decisions for your own self, great decisions as well, because then you are not dependent on, and it's not a bad thing to depend on people. I don't think that anybody in this world has been able to stand on their own, you know, from our parents to maybe other family members have been able to pour into us. So it's okay to be dependent, but there comes a point in a person's life when you want to be able to make decisions for yourself, you want to be able to stand up for yourself, you want to be able to speak for yourself. You know, if we have a sense of financial freedom, then, and we work hard, then I think it will be very easy to choose yourself, to make decisions, and put your foot down, you know, because you can take care of your own bills, you can take care of yourself. So this is what I had for us today. Thanks for watching. If this content was useful to you, please subscribe to this channel. We are trying to build a community here. Subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and leave a comment in the comment section. If you don't mind, you can also give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. I hope that the video has blessed your life, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.